I've been on a lot of shows, but there's no better crowd than you right here. I'll tell you that
right now. You're a pro. You're a pro. You came out here, you lit this crowd up.
I'm just telling the truth.
You're a truth teller. You got your book there?
Oh yeah. Let me read some of it.
You don't have to do. You don't have to do that.
That's rich. Look, I'll tell you something.
Yeah, what's up, pal?
This is not a memoir. It says my memoir on it.
Oh yeah, well, I thought this was a memoir. I thought this was.
No, it only says a memoir on it, but
Yeah.
it's a novel. I don't know. So, I was angry when it was in the nonfiction.
Yeah.
Because it's a memoir. It says a memoir. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's like if you bought Grapes of Wrath. You're like, hey, there's no grapes.
Yeah.
Or you put it in the grape section. That's smart.
Yeah.
Then everybody will find Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
People that like grapes.
Okay, listen, Norm, settle down.
Have I made my point?
You made your point.
If this was a memoir, if this were a memoir,
yeah,
I would put juicy things from my own life.
Right. Like what kind of things would you put in there that nobody knows?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? You're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted. I'm as straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay. I got a wife.
You got a wife?
I just got married because I thought, go through that charade, keep appearances up.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of thing you tell if this were a memoir.
Yeah,
if this were a memoir.
Right.
If this were a memoir, I would tell about my wife. What a battle axe.
Battle axe? No one's called their wife a battle axe since 1945.
Listen, come. How do you feel about a woman? She's supposed to be my life partner. I look in the mirror the other day and I says to her, honey, I look in the mirror and all I see is a fat, ugly old man. And I need you to give me a compliment. She says, all right then, your eyesight is damn near perfect. I said, you dirty dog.
You called her a dirty dog?
A dirty dog.
A dirty dog.
We have fights constantly.
Oh, you do you?
Oh, and sometimes it bleeds over. Like we were driving in a car. We went past a bunch of animals. There was a pig, a cow. And I admit this is a little cruel.
You were kind of mad at her at the time.
I was mad at her. So I said, hey, you see that pig, that cow, horse? That remind you of any of your relatives? She says, yeah, my in-laws. I said, you dirty dog.
Oh, wow. Wow. Dirty dog again. Wow.
I tell you, until I met my wife, I always felt incomplete. Now I'm finished. But I will say this.
What is going on?
I will say this.
What is going on?
I will say
this is
this.
a 1935 radio show.
Penny Youngman, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
What's that you say there, Norm?
Let me see.
Norm, what's that you say? Tell us more, Norm. We're going to take a break for Chesterfield figurettes.
Well, let me say something more modern and stylish then.
Okay.
My wife went into a coma.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And the doctor said to me, you won't hear this from any 1935 comic. He says to me, there's one way to wake her up, but it's a little unconventional. You go in there and you have oral sex with her. I said, by God. He says, I've seen it work. I said, well, I'm willing to try. So I go in there, I'm in there about 5 minutes, and I come out. I said, Doc, she's choking. But that's modern medicine for you.
That's modern medicine. We're going to take a break. I'm going to find out what's happening here.
That's modern.
We're going to take a little break here. Here's a message from the good people at Bosco Chocolate Syrup. We'll be back. More Norm MacDonald after this.
When I was young, there was a fella went by the name of Jacques de Gautier. And he was from Témiscamingue, Quebec. And Jacques de Gautier, he was a fella that really thought. And he was smart, you know. He was our hope, I guess. And he was, while I was scrabbling to get out of high school, Jacques de Gatineau had already...
I think you just changed his last name.
Well, you know, a man grows. But this is the point.
Yeah.
Jacques de Gatineau, he went to McGill University and he got 3 degrees, by golly. And he went over across the pond to the fellers with Cambridge and he even stood up to them. Mm-hmm. And we thought, boy, he's going to be the next. We had Jean Marchand, Gérald Tertier, Pierre Trudeau, the 3 wise men of Quebec. By God, Jacques de Gatineau was going to be the next.
Give me the next gun.
Yeah, but he vanished. And I met him, I started to do stand-up and travel from here to there and to here again. And one time I was in Niagara Falls. And gosh, I went over to the Sea World there. You know how they have the Sea World? You know, with the different fish. You know.
I didn't know that, but okay, yeah, yes.
Beluga.
The Sea World, I've been
Sure.
there many a time.
Okay, so I was checking out the beluga whales and stuff, and I look over, and who do you think I see?
I hope it's that guy.
No, it was just an attendant, but he showed me to the place I wanted to see, which is where they feed the little baby dolphins, because I love dolphins, you know. And who do I see there but Jacques de Gatineau? And here he is, he's feeding the baby dolphins. And I go up to him and I go, Jacques de Gatineau, I feel shame for you. You were our hope. You were to go to Canada, Canada's nation's capital of Ottawa. And you were to be a great man, Jacques de Gatineau. And we were all, you know, we pinned all of Témiscamingue, Quebec, pinned our hopes on you. Now that's a hell of a burden for a man to have a town's hope pinned on them, isn't it, Conan?
It is a big burden.
So he was feeding these baby dolphins, you know, and I said, I'm ashamed of you, Jacques de Gatineau. You could have done so many great things. And he said, well, I think I'm serving a youthful porpoise. Now I believe that...
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was
You
going to happen.
don't encourage that!
It's like...
That was a 40-minute story!
It's like somebody...
Youthful porpoise?
Youthful porpoise.
Yes.
Not porpoise.
I don't know. Good God.
I know. That was way out of line.
No, that was way out of... Who are
Like
you to
somebody
criticize Oscar Pistorius?
It's like somebody saying, I got to show you something. They take you on a 4-mile hike to show you a dog turd. Look at it. Okay.
Well, there's your reel for CBS. We're getting this right to Les Moonves.
Yeah.
I gotta have him.
You want to see that every night, Les? This guy's got
More Quebecois humor.
I love you. I really do. You know that, right? All right, everybody, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last 5 seasons, my next guest has played Allison Parker, one of the many dysfunctional but gorgeous residents of Melrose Place. Please welcome Courtney Thorne-Smith. Norm, you're sick and you're all over her like a bear rug. Just leave her alone.
No, because before, during the commercial, I was saying I had a huge crush on her.
Yeah.
And then you said you did too.
I said I did. When you were on Day by Day, I developed this big crush on you, and this whole talk show is a scheme to get you here.
I liked it when she was on the Tomorrow Show with Tom Snyder. Not the Tomorrow Show, but the Later Show.
He says to me in the
You
break.
have no idea who I am.
Yeah, no, I know from that show. That's all.
He says to me, "Oh, I really like her. I saw her. I really think she's great. I really have a crush on her." And I said, "Where? You saw her at Melrose Place?" He said, "No, I was watching Tom Snyder, and she was on, and she was a great guest." And I said, "Wait a minute, that's the show that's opposite our show. Why weren't you watching our show, pal?"
Because I wasn't on it that night.
All right, no, stay. We have exciting stuff to talk about. You've been on this show, Melrose Place, for 5 years.
For 5 years.
And now you're leaving. Why are you leaving?
It's time. You know? I mean, how many times
feel
can you
like
be
Oprah.
fired, rehired, drunk, sober?
I understand.
know.
I understand.
Thank you.
Yes, I see. You mean you got tired of because they had your character pretty much go insane, go through all these really weird.
Allison has been through so much. I was sexually harassed, carjacked, had an affair with a married man who then tried to rape me and then shot himself while on the phone with me. I was drunk, sober. While getting sober, though, I got to have an affair.
Did he do all that
with
stuff
David
while on the
Elliott.
phone with you, or
Yeah,
just
he
shot
was a sex
himself?
addict.
Wait, I'm curious.
No, I was on the phone in the office, which makes
Okay.
it really awkward.
All right, okay.
And he was in Seattle, and he shot himself
Oh my God.
while he was on the phone. I know.
Yeah, and so you finally said there's no more that this character can do, right?
I can't do any more. I've been married and divorced and widowed, and it's too much.
What's going to happen in the season finale? Can you give us a tip for all those fans out there? What's going to happen?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
You'd be mad at
Good
me
night,
if I
everybody.
did.
We had a good time. No, I mean, but give us some sense of is it one of those? Because every year they try and have a season finale where everybody gets into a Zeppelin and blows up. Something.
Well, now you've given it away.
It's a Zeppelin. It's a Zeppelin. All right.
Are you talking about Melrose Place? No, because
You're the biggest ass I ever met. I love you for it.
No, because I swear to God, and when I lived in L.A., I lived on the actual street called Melrose Place. There's an actual street.
There's a Melrose. Is there really a Melrose
There's really
place?
a Melrose
Melrose
Place.
Place.
You
All
know
right.
this, right?
Yes, it's true.
So they opened a restaurant called Melrose Place on it,
Uh-huh.
and then it's right beside my house. And every time I go out, there's all these tourists, and then these tourists they're always fat and they're taking pictures, standing in front of this restaurant.
Uh-huh. Yeah? Well, thanks for the help, pal. He'll get over it. You'll see. Now, I got to ask you about this because we brought... Shut up. That makes it all right. Well, I want to talk to you about something because this came up earlier in the show accidentally because I didn't know what Norm was going to talk about tonight, and it's best sometimes if I don't know. But he mentioned Carrot Top. You are making a movie with Carrot Top, right?
I made a movie with Carrot Top.
Okay. You've made a movie with Carrot Top. It's not out yet.
No, it's
Can you
not
put the
out yet.
picture up of Carrot Top again just so we can all see him? Oh, there it is again. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Wait a minute, she left Melrose Place to do a movie with Carrot Top?
That's where I'm going, my friend. This begs the question now. Why a movie with Carrot Top?
Why a movie with Carrot Top?
I mean, no, I don't know much about Carrot Top, I don't know much about him. I'm a little jealous because he's a red-haired comedian, and I felt like maybe you'd do a movie with me first, then move on to Carrot Top, then to Ralph Mal from Happy Days. Sort of the three. There's an order in which you do movies with the redheads. What's he like, first of all?
He's extraordinarily sweet.
Nice guy.
He really is. And he worked very hard, and he was adorable.
And he works with a lot of props and stuff, too, right?
Not in the movie.
Oh, in the movie they took his props away?
They took his props away.
That's a bad time to suddenly take away everything you know about comedy. You've been using props now all your life for comedy. Now we're going to take them away when you make your first movie. Was he okay, though, with it? He was cool?
He was great. He did a wonderful job.
Do you have a scene where you and him embrace?
Yeah, lots of making out.
Oh, for God's sake.
Nothing but making out.
All right.
It's like 9.5 weeks, but Carrot Top. Basically. what we were doing.
Wow. I gotta check out that movie.
Is it called 9.5 Seconds? Like he's premature ejaculated.
We got it.
You know what happened? This is what happened. You know what happened? He said 9.5 seconds, and I'm looking at him because I know there's more. And I wait and wait, and I see the glimmer in the eye, and then bang! I thought you were going to, but no. But what's the movie going to be called?
Well,
Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
I'm in it too.
She's in it.
What about my career?
Courtney Thorne Smith, the girl sitting to your left, is in the movie.
I'm going to go see it for fun.
After you scare everybody else away?
No, I love this girl. I would see any movie with this girl in it. She's a beautiful lady and a talented, nice talk show guest.
Okay. As evidenced by her appearance on our rival show. All right, well, there's this 2-hour season finale of Melrose Place. There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
We're going to take a break now. We're going to have Collective Soul in a second. Courtney Thorne Smith, we hope she's still our friend. We do love you.
Okay, good.
You're going to show both of us how to cook something fantastic today. Is that correct?
We're going to do the most amazing red mullet with some fennel orange, and on the back of how bad you were last time, this is going to be cooked in a bag.
Okay, we're going to cook this in a bag.
Yes.
You are known, you clap your hands a lot,
Yes.
you yell at people, you're intimidating. This is going to go very badly.
It's nice you two guys. Now,
All right,
come on.
very good.
Right, first thing I want you to do is to segment an orange,
All
okay?
right.
Norm?
Yeah?
Wakey, wakey. Okay.
Well, no one else in the world says segment an orange.
Yeah. Okay. You just cut the edges off. That's what you want, right?
No,
you want
you already started at the wrong end. Look, that's the bit there.
All right. Well,
So
okay.
just top and tail it like that. Look, come on, wake up, stand there.
I'm up to 4 segments. Why, you didn't tell me a number of segments?
No.
He wants the edges off, I
What am I
think.
supposed to do?
Hey!
Okay, Norm, so you go from there, look, all the way round.
Yeah.
Yes?
7 minutes of
Okay.
audio will play for this
Now,
whole hour.
All the way there. Once you've gone
Between
all the
you
way
two
round.
guys. All right, here we go, yeah.
Conan, pay attention, please.
Yeah,
Watch.
all right, I'm over here. I got my own orange going.
Okay,
All right.
watch. All the way round, so we're taking off the skin.
all right.
From there.
You're not teaching me, you're
No.
just showing off.
And then from there, that's a segment.
There you go. All right.
Basic.
Cheerio and
Left
chop
and
chop.
right.
There we go.
Okay.
All
Off you go.
right.
Now
I'll
watch
do
your
that.
fingers.
I'll
Now.
do that.
All right.
And then after that?
All right.
Okay.
Now look at this. Mine's pretty good
Sure.
over here. There's some
Sure.
sections of skin still, but what the hell?
Where's the orange going?
And it's like 1 in the morning. Who, you know?
We'll forget that one. Right, fennel. Okay. Here we go. Now with the fennel, okay.
All right. Whoa, okay.
Just push it off and just
Yep.
slice that down nice and thin.
That I
okay?
can do. That
okay.
looks. See, that was explained.
Watch your
I
fingers.
segmented another one.
Where's the segment?
What?
Where is it?
I threw it over there.
Oh, jeez. Okay, look.
All right, I'm doing well, Gordon. I will
That's
be
the
the
good
one.
part. That's the inside part.
Right. Okay.
All right,
okay.
stop yelling.
Okay. Okay.
sorry. Good.
Right. That's great.
All right.
Now from there, take your bag.
All right.
Okay. Now we'll do one each. Okay.
Why would you become a cook?
Come on, Norm. Keep it together. Okay. It's not that bad. Big boy.
Okay, all right.
The word chef.
Chef,
All right.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
chef. You're right. I'm sorry.
Ladies cook.
I
Okay.
know.
All right. Whoa.
Right. That's a joke. Oh. All right.
No, you're
Okay.
right. Hey! We can bleep out the swears, but when there's this going around, I can't do anything with that. What the hell was that?
I was waving.
All right, so we got the vegetables in the bag.
Okay, right, fennel.
Fennel. The fennel goes in the bag. That's what you would need the bag.
I need.
Stop it! Stop it!
Okay.
None of this will air.
Okay.
We're going to show an
Okay.
old F troop in this
Right,
section.
so, fennel.
All right, fennel in here.
Okay, on
By
there.
the way, there's a bottle of booze.
Oh, hey.
No, you're supposed to be following me.
All right, so we
Oranges.
put oranges in
Okay,
here.
And then
This is
from
a
there,
mess.
red
Okay.
mullet.
Red mullet is a kind of fish?
No, knife doesn't go in the bag.
No, I got you.
You'll slice someone's throat open, Norm.
Yeah.
Okay, right. From there, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, olive oil.
Okay, little olive oil, little aglio de olio.
Now, from there, now watch carefully, a little bit of seasoning. Okay.
Whoa, okay.
Norm, you're making me feel dizzy standing there looking busy. Right, here we go.
This is cool.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm not eating this in years. I just want the
You haven't even tasted it
Why are we even having a cooking segment at this point? Why would there even be a cooking segment? Why would anybody even have a cooking segment with you people?
Here we go.
Ridiculous.
No, right here. Right, fold the bag over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and tight.
All right.
Okay. And then from there, twist the paper so
Twist the
seal
paper.
the ends.
All right.
Nice and tight.
God, I hope he's
Nice
a
and-
magician.
Nice and tight.
A bird's gonna come out. Yeah, all right, here we go.
All the way,
right.
all the way round.
All right.
Okay.
Chop, chop.
Now, from there, a little hole.
A little hole.
Okay. And then from there, pour a little bit of wine in there.
It's a big waste of wine right there, buddy boy.
Okay.
All right, right
and
in
then
here.
from there, turn it round. Okay.
What?
Come on, no. You're gonna be tight. Tight.
He does it and then goes, look what Norm did.
We got to keep it nice and tight.
This is not going to air. This will never be seen by anybody. This will never be seen by anybody.
Just concentrate.
We've learned. Okay,
Okay.
what does it look like at
Okay.
the end? Oh,
Right.
look, it just came out magically from a pan.
This is how it's cooked. As it cooks,
yeah.
it steams inside the bag, okay? Then you rip it open, and there you got a beautifully steamed red mullet, orange, and fennel.
It never gets better than that. Do it exactly the way we did, using the same language and the same obscene gestures. Gordon Ramsay, Norm MacDonald, my apologies, everyone right back. Leland Helm is here. First of all, I know you're a big sports fanatic.
Oh, I
but
love sports.
You're also a guy that keeps up on the news, and there's big news out there in the sporting world.
The big news is Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, huge news.
And I don't like him, don't care for him, never did.
Really? You don't like Oscar Pistorius even before he... What are you doing?
I have something in my tooth.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't like him.
You're saying, I mean, a lot of people don't like him now that he
A lot of
murdered
people-
somebody, but,
yeah.
but before that...
Allegedly. But also, really.
Yeah.
But,
Murdered her.
but yeah, I don't have problems with the murder.
Right.
But what I never liked him racing with them things that looked like something Wile E. Coyote would order. And
What?
Well, they
you
were.
had a problem with him racing with his
Blades.
His blades. He was the Blade Runner.
Yes, he
Those
was.
Teflon blades.
I did have a big problem with it because, well, I'll put it this way. Let's imagine you're a runner, with legs.
Yeah.
And then you go home, you go, oh, I lost, honey. Who'd you lose to? Guy with no legs.
Wait, you're saying that you didn't like that Oscar Pistorius raced against people with legs?
No, I don't. I feel that one of the basic requirements of being a sprinter is having legs. I feel that they should say, okay, listen, let's, here's the, hey, what about you? I don't think you can be on the team. Why not? Well, you're not a biped. You have no legs, so scram.
Okay.
You take your time as long as you want. But get the hell out of here.
No one's going with you on this. Nobody is with you on this at all.
Except the feller at home that's like, that son of a bitch I lost my race to that got no legs.
Are you saying he had an unfair advantage because he had these?
Well, of course, he had rocket ships.
They're not rocket ships.
Okay.
Andy, help me out here.
No, it's still him running.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, guys, I agree with you then. Oscar Pistorius is a scholar and a gentleman.
All right.
He's a murderer.
He turned it around on us.
Alleged murderer. Here with Norm MacDonald, and I find out more and more about you every time you come on the program. You know, I always study up on a file and I learn more about you. And I was really surprised to learn. I didn't know this. I didn't know this, but you were a bartender.
Yeah, I did a lot of jobs before I got into comedy, you know, and for a while I was slinging the hash. No. I was just,
You idiot!
that was when I was a fry cook. I was a bartender. I was slinging the drinks, you know?
Sure, right.
And, oh, man, that was fun. I'll tell you what was fun about being a bartender. Always a story, you know?
Really?
Always something funny happening down at the bar.
Well,
And,
that's perfect for a talk show, then.
yeah, this is a good example. I was, one time I was working in there. Drunk guy comes in, you know? And you're not supposed to serve the drunk guys. You know, that's one of the things you learn. So,
Okay.
and also you learn how to make the drinks.
Yeah.
But, so the drunk guy comes in, you know, real drunk, you know, 3 sheets to the wind, you know. So this character sits down, you know, and I says to him, I says, what do you want? I can't serve you, you know. He goes, I don't want a drink, he says, you know. He says, I want to shoot a dart at your dartboard, you know. So I go to the guy, I say, you can't shoot a dart at my dartboard. He goes, you're not in this, you're drunk, you know. I said, I'm not going to let you, that'd be dangerous. That's a sharp thing, a dart, you know. So the guy goes, no, let me shoot 1 shot at the dartboard. So I go, all right, 1 shot, that's it. So the guy shoots the dart, bullseye. I never seen anything like it, you know, even in his state, bullseye. So the guy says to me, he says, what do I win? You know? So I don't know what he wins. I'm confused, you know. So I start looking around, try to find something for him. And I see right in the bottom of the bar area, there's a shoebox with a turtle in it.
From where? What is that doing there?
What? I was gonna give it as a gift to my nephew.
Okay, all right.
He wanted a turtle, and I said, I'll get him a turtle. That'll be a good gift.
Okay.
But then later I thought, that's a dumb gift, a turtle. Nobody likes a turtle, you know? The kid will probably just put him on his back until he dies. Kids are cruel, you know? So I said, why not just give it to this drunk?
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So I said, here's your prize, here it is. And so the guy takes it in a shoebox, you know, and he goes, thanks, and he walks out with it. So I figured that's the last I'll ever see of that guy.
Sure.
2 weeks later, the guy shows up again. Drunk again. So now I go, oh my God, that's that guy from 2 weeks ago, you know? So he walks up to the bar. I go, I can't serve you, buddy. I can't do that. He goes, he says, I want to shoot a dart at your dartboard. I go, no, man, I let you do that before. He goes, but I got a bullseye. I say, yeah, but you can't do that again. You know, that was luck. He goes, let me try. So he takes it, shoots it, bullseye again.
Oh, man.
So he goes, what do I win? You know? So I'm confused. I don't know, you know? I look around. I go, I don't know. I go, what did you win last time? He goes, last time I won a roast beef on a hard roll. It was the turtle.
We know it was the turtle. It was the turtle. We know.
Oh my God.
It was the turtle.
Guy must have gone out and ate it. It was crazy.
Oh, he ate the turtle. I see now.
It was crazy.
That's the real end of the joke.
It wasn't a joke. That
I
was
know
a
it
true
really
story.
happened, right? God forbid that was a joke. Sorry for calling what really happened to you a joke. I apologize.
yeah.
All right, well, listen, Saturday Night Live this week. Christine Baranski. She's funny. And The Cure.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good show. You'll be there.
I'm excited about Wayne Newton, seeing him. I don't know these people, but Wayne Newton.
Wayne Newton, yeah, you going to stick around for Wayne Newton?
I can't wait to see him.
Mr. Excitement, yeah, that's
he's the
cool.
greatest.
He's going to be great.
I saw him when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was so great, you know?
All right.
He gives it his all, that guy. No, seriously.
I'm sure he does. I didn't mean to laugh.
I
he
met
does.
him backstage. This guy looks younger than us.
Yeah, he does.
He's a great looking. You guys are going to have fun in a few minutes.
What a great plug. You got to stick around. You got to take it from Norm MacDonald, everybody. Thanks, Norm. Wayne Newton, Tracy Bonham coming up. It's a solid show. Stick around. Thanks so much for coming. Norm, people don't know this. Norm MacDonald is not feeling well. He's been sick, but he was a real trooper, and he showed up anyway.
I've been sick like for 3 days. I was barfing and had diarrhea and everything.
Okay, well, we didn't need to know,
I know
that. You could have said I've been feeling a little flu-ish. Yeah, a little under the weather. But you're feeling okay right now?
Yeah. You know, I kind of a hypochondriac, so when I get sick, I want to find out if I'm going to die, you know, from it. And so I try to like think, where did I get the sickness? You ever do that?
Yeah, you figure out, did I come in contact with some, you know, how did I get it?
Yeah, did I get, because I know, like, Ross Abrash, this guy who works up on Saturday Night Live, he was sick last week. I thought maybe I got it from him. I remember I ate some shellfish a few days ago. And then yesterday, I got stabbed with a rusty syringe by this 80-pound homeless guy.
Probably Ross Abrash,
Yeah.
if I'm guessing right.
Yeah, it was Ross Abrash.
Yeah, right. It probably was him.
And
So,
then, do you know Tanya Addy?
who?
She works on your show. I just talked to her.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't talk to people on my show. I deal with everyone through lawyers and intermediaries.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm like Elvis in like 1976. I'm in a room with the shades drawn, eating a lot of peanut butter, shooting out TV sets.
Holy Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to town, my friend. What about her?
Who?
You are feeling a little unwell,
I just
aren't
wanted
you?
to see if you remember her name.
Sure.
What?
Yeah.
I just told you.
Yeah, Tanya.
Yeah, Tanya, what's her last name?
Oh, come on, we got to get the show going. Now,
But she was telling me, this is interesting, she was telling me that, you know that movie, The Elephant Man?
yeah.
We were just talking about it backstage, and I always thought it was a stupid movie, and she said it's a really good movie, and I said the stupidest thing in it is because, you know that part where the guy says, I am a human, I am not an elephant, I am a human being.
I'm not a monster, I think. Whatever. I'm a human. And I'm not an animal. I'm a human being. Yeah.
Tanya just pointed that out to me, that I am not an animal.
Right.
Because I always thought it was stupid. Like, the guy doesn't even hardly look like an elephant. So why would he
You would be the worst movie critic in the world. You know, if you had your own movie criticism show and you came on and this whole movie sucked. He's not an. Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Forget what I said.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. It's just Tanya and I were talking backstage.
Yeah. Tanya who? Quick.
Addy.
Right. See, I knew. You got the weekend update coming up.
Yeah.
You got some topical jokes that
Yeah.
you got brewing. I know you. Your mind's always going.
I'm always thinking about the jokes from the paper, you know, so I can come on, especially when I come on your show, you know.
Sure.
You know how I come on your show and I always try to have some jokes from the newspaper?
Sort of like now,
Yeah. So here's the joke I got.
Yeah.
Y'all know about this woman, right, from Denmark that left her baby out in the street?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, folks? Yeah. I don't like it either. I don't think that's right.
Yeah. Good joke.
Oh, no.
You know,
That was the premise I was stating.
Update would be so easy for you. It'd be such a great gig if that's all you did.
That's all I
What do you
did.
think about that, Boo? Yeah, all right. And in another story, President Clinton hurt his knee. What do you think? Oh, too bad. Yeah, okay.
No, the point of it is this. I have a joke about it.
Okay.
Because they got reunited today.
Oh.
It was in the newspaper, in the New York Post and the New York Daily News. And so I was thinking, now they're flying back to Denmark, and this crazy woman puts the baby out on the wing. I don't know.
You want to try another one, or you want to? It's your choice.
I think the fever's breaking.
There was another one in the paper today.
You realize that this now doubles the pressure on this one.
Right.
So
No, this-
everyone, this creates a real tense TV
No,
moment.
I swear to God, this one will really do well. This one concerns a fella that won the lottery.
Uh-huh.
And he was a garbage man. He won the lottery. He won the New York State lottery. And he won like $8 million. And he said he's not going to quit his job. And you've always heard that, right?
Right. I'm going to keep my job.
I'm going to keep my job. And there's only one occupation where the person does not keep his job when he
Wins the lottery.
wins the lottery. You know what that occupation is?
No.
Crack whore.
That was amazing. You pulled it out. I was worried about you for a minute. I thought you were in deep trouble. I thought you might get backed into a corner, have a lot more pressure on you, and then not have anything.
I know.
But the pitch came in low and towards the middle, and you put it out of the park.
No, I didn't.
What are you talking about? When people hear crack whore, they just start laughing.
I like that.
That's just the reaction people have.
It's cartoon birds fly in and sing a song. Correct.
What are you doing now?
I just saw on the TV my hair.
Okay. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little commercial break.
Okay, great.
And I'm gonna get security in here. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk to you some more because you're gonna have some fluids during the break and stuff.
Fluids?
Yeah, you'll see. We'll get that Tanya girl to get them for
Fluid.
you.
I
All
thought
right.
when you said that, I thought you meant fluids out of my ass.
You know, a couple of times in the 4 years I've been doing this show, someone has stopped me just before I went to commercial to try one more joke. That was the most worthwhile of all this time. We'll take a break, everybody. We'll be right back. Everybody, we're with a rehydrated Norm MacDonald. How you doing?
Good, man.
You know, I'm over here, yeah. You did the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
catch the whole thing. I caught, I think, the second half of your act. This is a big tradition in Washington. The president speaks, and then they get a comedian to speak.
Yeah.
And you did a great job. You were really funny.
They have the president comes up and talks, and he has a lot of fun. He does jokes, you know. I didn't know that. I thought he'd just talk about the country and stuff like that. But he does jokes.
Yeah.
And then he kills, you know. He does great because he's the president, you know. And then you have to go on after him, after the president.
See, I did it one year, and I was the last guy, I think, who got to do it. I went first, and then the president spoke about issues and stuff, and it's much better that way.
Yeah,
But you had to follow him.
You had to follow the president, you know, and that's not good, you know. You ever hear that? There's an old show business maxim: never follow the leader of the free world. You know?
I know that one, yeah.
I can't even follow Carrot Top, you know. And I'm trying to follow this character, you know?
You know, we have a photo of Carrot Top always on the ready. Don't we have a photo of Carrot Top, Liz?
Let's see,
just
where
to
is it?
put it up, just so people can see Carrot Top.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, but how did it went good? I saw some, you know.
Yeah.
It must have been an impressive event.
It was cool to meet the president. Although he's all crippled up now, he's got like.
That's not politically correct. He's all crippled up.
What do you call it?
He's just disabled.
Disabled,
at
yeah.
the moment.
He's handicapped.
There you go.
Actually, when you think about it, he's handicapped and he's the president of the United States. He must have an unbelievable parking spot. When you think about it, you know? That guy, right? He's got to be.
It's a short walk.
Yeah, it's very close to the building. But, you know, when you have to, they made me screen my jokes with the Secret Service. You know those guys?
Yeah.
And so I had to give my jokes to Secret Service, and they were reading them, and they don't laugh, those guys, you know? They're not big laughers.
They didn't.
They're not risible. A guy told me that word. You know what that means?
I don't know who you are tonight. Let alone what that word is.
No, that word means, that's something for you to learn there. That word means easy to make laugh. Risible.
Risible.
Risible. Easy to make laugh.
Good, yeah. Okay, we wish we had some risible people in here tonight. Oh, yeah?
So.
Let's pack the audience with some risible people.
No, I don't blame them.
No, not at all. Why should you blame them?
So, no, they're good. They're good people.
They should have just gone crazy at crack whore.
But I'll tell you this about the Secret Service.
They have to learn a lot and come back.
I'll tell you this about the Secret Service.
Yes.
I admire them because they have a tough job. Their job is to get shot. That's their job, getting shot in the belly.
Well, no, I think their job is, maybe that's a byproduct of their job.
No, that's their job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, their job's not just to hang around, listening in their ear things. Nobody cares about that. The president, if anybody wants to shoot him, he says to the guys, he goes, listen, instead of them shooting me, do you mind if they shoot you in the belly?
Do you think he talks to him like that? They have a little huddle before he goes somewhere?
Yeah.
And
man,
then,
I'm telling you, man, but it's scary because when I did my talk, they told me about the podium is like bulletproof and everything. The president has before he goes into a room, they bring a bunch of dogs in to sniff out guns, you know? And it's like like if I was the president, holy God, I'd be scared the whole time.
Really?
You know,
Well, no, he's well protected.
no, but still, everybody wants to kill you. I mean, not everybody. Most people like you. You're the president.
Right.
But a lot of guys want to kill you.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Oh, believe me, I was there.
And did you meet anybody, any heroes of yours? You meet any big celebrities?
Yeah, I met Larry Flint. He's not my hero, but he's a guy. He's a famous guy.
Sure, he's famous. He's well known.
Yeah, I enjoy meeting famous guys,
Sure.
you know. And he came out, he's in a wheelchair, and he talks like this. He goes, "Ah, but he was, it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
No.
He was shot. So he said, because I was in the movie The People Against Larry Flint.
Versus Larry. You were in the movie. The People versus. That was a famous movie, and
Yes,
you're in it.
I was in it. I was one of the people that was versusing him.
Okay.
So he said to me, hey, no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. No, but this is what he said to me, Conan. He goes, when you're in Los Angeles, you know, I told him I was coming to Los Angeles. He goes, when you're in Los Angeles, he goes, look me up. He goes, I'll take care of you.
When other people say that, you think, like, that means nothing, but coming from him.
Like, if my Uncle Phil told me that from Minneapolis, I'd think, if he went, hey, I'll take care of you when you come to Minneapolis, that means, like, I'll make you a nice chicken pot pie. You know? But Larry Flint, that means, you know, I'll get you a couple of hot, dirty broads, you know, and then while you're having sex with them, I'll come into my wheelchair. You know? Who knows what it means?
Okay. Well, Saturday Night Live, season finale. I should tell them about this.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum, who you know as the... My God Almighty! Someone shot a gun.
No one shot a gun. It was the guitar feeding back.
Was the guitar? Oh.
Yeah. You're obsessed.
I don't know.
It was the guitar feeding back.
No, Jeff Goldblum, the Fly. He's going to be there.
Yeah. He's been in other stuff.
No, also the dinosaur. Let's keep going. Come on, hurry up.
And then Vogue. We gotta go. I'm gonna throw up. Norm MacDonald, everybody. Other people are coming up. I have to bring up, I can't go anywhere in this world without people stopping me and saying, I'm sorry about Norm MacDonald. And I always think in those moments, because he had so many amazing appearances on my show, and I think, well, the person who really needs to be hearing this is Jim Downey, because you were the one that pretty much holed up with Norm. You identified Norm as a brilliant guy very quickly. You wanted him to do Update, and then you and Norm really crafted that Update, which has become, I think, the iconic performance recognized today as the iconic performance on Update of all time. Norm, you were working with Norm, and there's a quote here I just want to read back to you. What I did like about the way we approached Update was that it was akin to the punk movement, what the punk movement was for music, just stripped down. We did what we wanted. There was nothing there that was considered to be a form of cheating. We weren't cuddly. We weren't adorable. We weren't warm. We weren't going to do easy political jokes that played for clapter and let the audience know we were all on the same side. We were going to be mean and, to an extent, anarchists. And I think that's a perfect distillation of what
I don't know where I said that, but it's
Norm
basically, the thing with Norm, there were so many, first of all, he was really, really smart.
Mm-hmm.
He was very intelligent, and he had a great look. I always said about our Update, if you watched it with the sound off, you couldn't be sure you were watching a comedy broadcast. It could have just been a sort of a low-tech news show, you know, like OAN Network or something. It could have been, you know, and it didn't have like a lot of goofy kind of stuff. And Norm could speak. You could write fairly complicated jokes for him, as long as you had a good writer, a good editor, you know, making sure that it wasn't, you didn't give them too many words, because anyone's going to trip over if you create like a little minefield. But Norm could speak. He could speak beautifully. He could land things. He was clipped and precise. You know, his older brother Neil is a CBC newscaster. Yeah. And so Norm had what we call the perfect straight line going for in terms of his look, and he just had a great sensibility. Also, he hated easy laughs and what my colleague Seth Meyers, he coined the term clapter. I think he did. I always give him credit.
It was either him or Tina Fey. I can't remember. I hear different people. Or Oppenheimer. It was one of them came up with it.
But clapter is a perfect thing for that kind of like lazy, you know, just finger in the wind kind of, you know, sucking up to the audience.
Trump sucks. You know.
Yeah.
And then you get applause.
We might even agree with that politically, but you know, come on, they deserve more than that kind of shit. So just challenge them with stuff, even if it's going to maybe make them uncomfortable. Like, oh, I don't like laughing at that, but that's fucking funny, so I'm going to have to laugh. You know.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to think of examples of what I'm talking about. But we would do, and of course the OJ jokes.
Well, here's the thing.
We're a huge part of that.
So the OJ trial happens, and OJ, the murders, and then the trial, and it's and this is where I really thought you and Norm MacDonald seize that moment, because you can have the right tool, but if you don't have the right moment, you don't have it. And I always think in any great movement, whether it's the Beatles in '64 or Sex Pistols in '76, you have to have the moment too. You just can't have, the two have to come together. The OJ trial happens, and you and Norm are writing these jokes that are so fucking fantastic. They're just razor blades. And Norm is the perfect person to deliver them. There's one you wrote, which I could try and do, but you might remember it exactly, but it's, a picture came up of Johnny Cochran testifying.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
And OJ sitting next to him, and Cochran's standing there, and he's holding the knit cap.
The knit cap.
The knit cap that was found at the scene. And Norm, in his Norm-esque way, says, well, you know, the defense had a bit of a bad day today at the defense trial when Johnny Cochran testified and held up the knit cap that was found at the scene of the murder. He was going on about the knit cap when suddenly he was interrupted by OJ, who said, hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing cap.
Yeah.
And I remembered that being an ice bullet that went through my heart. It was so, yeah.
That's my lucky stabbing hat.
Yeah, it's my lucky stabbing hat. And the thing is, and you know this too, he would say something like that, and I don't know where my camera is. It's there, I guess. That's my lucky stabbing hat. And he would hold in this way that nobody does. Hold and hold and hold. And he would do it for a joke that killed, as that one did, but he'd also do it for a joke that he liked, or that you liked, or that you guys liked.
Yeah.
And if it got nothing,
it was like, it wasn't, some people said, you're punishing the audience for not liking the joke. No, we're giving them enough time to appreciate it. But, you know, it's funny you mentioned, I decided years later, because you have to have distance on this stuff to realize that a lot of, there was a through line to our OJ jokes, which was him, it was all cell phone stuff.
Yeah.
So that the standard OJ joke would be, so it would like, you know, like that one you just did. I think the way we got into it was like, though OJ may not have helped his case when he blurted out.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
of course.
hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat. But there was one that was like, was O.J. Simpson high on drugs the night of the murders? Absolutely not, says a defiant O.J. And a simple test of any of his blood found at the crime scene will prove it. You know, and then there was one like
indignation.
Indignation
is so good.
There was one when like O.J. Simpson had been criticized because the first Mother's Day after the murders, he played golf in Scotland.
Yeah.
And it's like this weekend, O.J. Simpson playing golf in Scotland was heavily criticized for missing the first Mother's Day and not spending the first Mother's Day since Nicole Brown Simpson's murder with his children. An angry Simpson responded, "Idiots! I didn't spend Mother's Day with my kids because I killed their mother." And so it's basically, but there was one, there was one joke, and by the way, it was Frank Sebastiano and Frank wrote a lot of great jokes for that segment, and he's the guy who contributed this joke structure. It'd be like several Navy warships have joined the search for an overturned thing in some of the most shark-infested waters on Earth. Also joining the search, the sharks.
Yeah,
and became like a
there's a one that I remembered, which is the rock group Better Than Ezra, or pop group Better Than Ezra came in second, whatever.
This week Rolling Stone released its list of the top 10 college acts on the summer tour. At number 1, Better Than Ezra. Number 2, Ezra.
He also had one that was we could do these forever, but he was talking about kickboxing. And he was just like, and he's doing update. And he said, of course, popular is kickboxing, an incredible martial art that combines whatever, the art of like punching, the martial arts of punching, karate with kicking. And he just stares. And, because kicking on its own sounds like such a lame.
There were two more I wanted to bring up because Norm and I would spend like insane amounts of time obsessing over the precise wording of a joke.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one that I thought actually benefited from our kind of neurotic attention to detail. But it started off as a joke about Penthouse magazine had this cover story, which even if you didn't read Penthouse, you would see the cover on newsstands. And it was, this week, shocking photos, alien autopsy. Mm-hmm. This is Penthouse magazine. So they claim to be actual photos of an alien autopsy. So the joke we started out with, which I think would have been good enough, was this week Penthouse magazine released its much-awaited photos of an alien autopsy. According to those who've seen the issue, the photos were sharp, clear, and easy to masturbate to. And so anyway, then I thought, like, you know what? That can be better. There's a better rhythm to that. So I first suggested that it should be, and quote, easy to masturbate to, because I just liked it for rhythm. And then I came up with one of my greatest contributions of the season, which was I added the word surprisingly, so that the joke became kind of different. So it was like, according to those who've seen the advanced copies, the photos are sharp, clear, and quote, surprisingly easy to masturbate to. You got this image of a guy going, at first I didn't think this would work, but God damn it, this is fucking hot.
Brown.
That happens wherever you go, right?
Yeah, everybody yells. Actually, like when I started doing comedy, I would go on stage and I was doing it for a couple of years, and then I go on stage sometimes and people would go, Norm, Norm. And I thought I was catching on, but it was from Cheers, right? So
they were just excited about the show Cheers?
Yeah. So like a moron, I go, hey, doing pretty good.
That's a sad thing to happen to you. Yeah. All right, well, happier things. You're, what are you? You're on your fourth show of the season,
Saturday Night
Live?
Live, yeah.
You guys are doing and you got Quentin Tarantino this week.
Yeah, that's
Smashing
really
Pumpkins,
cool.
that's a cool show.
That's really cool.
You gotta be excited about that.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino is like so cool, and Plus, in the back of your head, you think maybe he'll put you in one of his movies. Although it's never
Really?
gonna happen. But
No.
maybe. But he's a great writer too, you know, and really cool. And you know, Pulp Fiction was like my favorite movie. I've seen it like 100 times.
Uh-huh.
And it was on, I thought it was on pay-per-view. It's on pay-per-view this
Yeah,
month.
that's right. They show it there, yeah.
So the other night, like I ordered it, you know, I called in and ordered it, and then I got the wrong one, and it was that porno one. It was Pump Friction. You know that one?
Oh, man.
Have you seen that one?
No, I mean, no. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was all right.
I plead. It was
you know?
okay?
Yeah, they're different movies. I mean, you know. They're not,
Really?
like Pulp Fiction is kind of a, you know, a gritty urban fable with strong characters and acting, and you know, Pump Friction is more, it's, you know, graphic sex with guy.
Yeah. I could see how they're different. Yeah.
It's like apples and oranges. You can't compare them, you know. They're both
So
good.
why would you want to? Yeah.
But I called the cable company and about an hour later and complained.
They're gonna get that straightened out.
Yeah,
aren't
they
they?
got that
Good. That's good. Sex is everywhere, though. You can't, you know, you can't.
I love
hide from
porn.
it.
Do you guys watch a lot of pornos? There you go. How can you not enjoy
That's what our
those?
demographic studies show. To find out who's watching. Our fans love porno. That's what we know about this show.
I always thought they should have, like, you know how they have that Dick Clark, Ed McMahon, like, blooper shows?
The blooper show, yeah.
They should have those for pornos, you know, because, you know, I'm sure they make mistakes on the set and everything. You know, it'd be funny to see, you know, like the girl going, you know, Harry, you have a huge clock. Ooh. You know, like just messing up their lines. Am I right?
And then you cut back to Ed McMahon and...
Yeah. Got back to Ed and Dick. I don't know. That's
You
his
don't know what
name.
you're doing. You're just riffing here. You don't know.
Yeah.
You got,
But,
yeah.
I like actually, you know, graphic sex better than, you know what bugs me is like,
Yeah.
I like pornos and stuff, but I don't like, what I don't like is like when they try to be cute, like they have sexual like innuendo and
Right.
so they pretend like it's not about sex, but all my life, you remember that show, I remember as a kid, Dating Game, remember that show?
Yeah.
And it was a game show, but you know, it was all about, everything was sex, you know, it was all dirty. And you know that show, right?
Everything had a double meaning
Everything
on that
had a
show.
double meaning,
Yeah.
you know? And so the girls would ask, and then they get these guys that were like, good Lord, you know, I don't know where they'd find these guys, and get a beautiful girl, and then these three, you know, serial killer type guys behind the thing, you know? And, you know, the girl would have to ask these questions that were all had double meanings, you know, like the girl would go, you know, if I were a popsicle, what would you do to me? You know, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, and then, you know,
I remember that.
then the guy would be like, well, first I'd, you know, take your wrapper off, you know, if you know what I mean, you know, and then I'd grab a hold of your big sticks there, you know, if you know what I mean, and, you know, and then I'd press you against the counter so you're broken too, you know, if you know what I mean, and then you know, I'd put half you in the freezer till later, you know, and it was, good Lord, you know, people would be like, shocked. Gross, you know?
Oh, I miss those days in TV. It's tough though. There's so much sex. I know you got a family. You got a kid, right?
Yeah, I
You
got a beautiful little kid. Dylan.
How old is he?
He's 3. He's the greatest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is he like, let's just end there. He's just a great kid.
Yeah, he's like 3 now. He's reaching the age where he's kind of, they reached that kind of cruel age, you know, where it's like, you know, Lord of the Flies or something, where you got to watch him. And we got a dog, you know, a little dog.
Yeah, I know dogs, yeah.
Yeah. We call him Doogie. When I was a kid, my parents named my dog Snoopy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was completely embarrassed all the time. It's like the hackiest name you can call your dog, you know. And people go, hey, what's your dog's name? Oh, it's nothing, you know. We just say nothing. But so the point of the story is this.
Yes.
My kid is getting this cruel age, and you always got to watch him around the dog, you know, because he'll, you know, and he lies, you know, like you go, hey, what are you doing there? You shouldn't be petting his eyeball like that. He doesn't like that, you know. And he's like, no, he likes that. You told me. I go, dogs can't talk. I'm not stupid, you know.
Yeah.
And I can't even find the dog anymore because the kids always say, hey, where are you, Doogie? Where to play with Dylan? Where are you? You know, I can't find him anywhere, you know. Open the cupboard, dog's in there. You know,
Not here.
not here.
Adam, I got to talk to you. You've been working with all these guys. You've been working with Norm probably. You've been working for him with him for a long time.
Yeah,
right?
we all have been. We all know each other as long, forever. Me and
Yeah.
Spade and Schneider used to live right across the street from each other since we're like 20 years old or something.
Right. There you go.
And Swartzman we don't know that well, but we got. But Normie, no, I think what he's bringing up was when me and Norm, when we did Billy Madison, I said I would tell the story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's like the first time you guys worked together in a movie, right?
Yeah.
movie. I mean, it was the first.
That was our first movie.
Hey, we're right here, guys. We're right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Norm and I did the movie, and Norm is, we didn't know each other's acting style. Yeah?
Right.
So me and Norm are best friends in the movie, and we're out at the pool. We're doing a pool scene. I'm Billy Madison, of course. So old Billy's gonna talk to you and Frank.
I played Frank.
You're gonna turn and clarify everything.
I get nervous with Normie behind
Yeah,
me. But so I'm doing a scene with Norm at the pool, and I tell him, I say my line. I think I did it very well. And then I'm like, let me see how Norm, ping pongs this line back. and so there was a little bit of a delay, and I was like, old Norm likes to take his time.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe it's an acting technique, right?
Maybe he's going deep for this.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'm waiting a little longer, and I'm like, wow, he's really milking this one. And then a few more seconds, I noticed old Norm was sleeping. Right? Remember that?
I got
Yes, sir.
You fell asleep while the camera was rolling.
Well, they wanted me to play a drunk.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
And so I said, you got some booze?
No,
But also,
fun. It was
he called me Frank, and in my mind I was thinking, who the is Frank?
That's right. That's right.
Yes, Rob, you had something you wanted to add.
Conan, I just realized that I'm basically in the audience.
Now, David, let me ask you something. I understand that on this Here Comes the Funny tour, there's a group chat
Yes.
that you guys have engaged in. How's that going?
Well, obviously we all just make fun of each other, and
Yeah.
Rob got a good one in on Adam because Adam is not off limits. He really pretends to be one of the guys, and he says, "Hey, I'm fair game." But Rob goes, "Hey, Adam, when you do the show, you should tape it." And then you see where the jokes don't work, and then take those jokes out of your act and put better ones in. He goes, "That's what I do!" By the way, I just want to say about the private jet. Sometimes Adam's nice enough to actually let us go up front where he sits. Which is
that's nice.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
We're back. I'm here with Norm MacDonald. You often speak of your native Canada.
Yeah, I love Canada.
You mention it a lot.
Yeah, people love a couple of people.
3 to be exact.
Yeah, they like it.
That's important. Where are you from? Are you from a big city? Where are you from?
I'm from a little town. It's called Monkland, and it's only 108 people.
108. That's
Yeah,
small.
it's country. It's really rural. And but man, I'll tell you, there's lots of funny stories from there.
Well, I'm sorry we don't have time. Thank you very much for coming, Norm. It was good having you here. It was Norm MacDonald. Good night, everybody.
Because farm
Really?
people,
There are funny stories from this town.
Yeah, because farm people, they all seem to be, there all seems to be a funny story. I remember one time,
There better be, Norm.
there was a guy, man, he lived down the road.
Uh-huh.
His name was John Neil Mergerison. And this guy, I went to him once. I've been away for a couple of years, I moved to the city, and I came back. And I said, John Neil, how you doing? I went to his what do you got, farm? And
Yeah, that thing, yeah.
So he's
yeah.
showing me his pigs. He had a bunch of pigs there, He had a bunch of pigs, a bunch of them, and one of the pigs had a wooden leg,
What?
Oh, yeah, a wooden leg. So I thought that was odd, you know. So I says to him, I says, John Neal, that's odd. There, what's that pig? What's the story with that pig? So John Neal, he goes, oh man, Norm, he says, that's a special pig. He goes, you wouldn't believe that pig. I go, yeah, what, tell me about it. He goes, that pig, you wouldn't believe it. He says, last winter, you know, he goes, the house burned down. You know, you probably heard, the house burned down. And he says, me and the wife, we were sleeping on our bed, and he says, we never would have heard. We never would have heard. We never would have woken up. But he goes, that pig, he broke out of his pen, he ran all the way to the house, and he went up to the bedroom window, you know, and he says he starts hitting his little snout on a window, you know, and he says, me and the wife, we woke up. And we got out, man, just in time. We escaped that inferno. He didn't use the word inferno. He's just a farmer.
But you threw that in there.
Yeah, he says we escaped that conflagration, you know. So I go, man, that's quite a story about the pig. He goes, oh man, it doesn't stop there. I go, really? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, just later after that, like the following summer, me and the wife were plowing in North 40, and our little boy, only 2 years old, man, fell into the well, and all alone, you know, and we no way we could do anything. We were plowing, and he says we didn't hear, you know, and he says, man, and we're getting older. We're probably not going to have another kid, you know. That kid means everything to us. I go, I know, John Neal, I know that. You don't have to tell me that. So I said, what happens? He goes, that very same pig. He says, he heard the child's wailing plaintive cry. He didn't say plaintiff, you know, he's a farmer. But he says he heard the child. He broke out of his pen. He ran all the way to the well. He looked down. There was the poor son of ours there, Billy, you know, down at the bottom of the well. He says the pig, he took his snout there. He started pulling up on a rope. And the kid got right out, you know, and man, that's great, isn't it? And I go, man, that's the greatest story I ever heard. Man, oh, what a pig. I said, what a pig that is. I said, one question though, John Neal. I said, he got a wooden leg. I don't understand that part. Pig got a wooden leg over there. John Neal goes, man, he goes, what are you crazy? He says, a great pig like that, you can't eat him all at once. You know, he says,
Mr. Abraham Lincoln, everybody. All right. I can never forgive you. All right, well, let's mention this. Saturday Night Live this week's with Phil Hartman.
Yeah, it's going to be
Gin
exciting.
Blossoms on that show. That's a great show.
I don't know who they are, but Phil Hartman is great.
Norm MacDonald, everybody. Richard E. Grant, Gold Dust are coming up. We'll be right back. Now let's talk about.
I will say Kiki does not need tricks because I've never seen as breathtaking a girl in my life, and her smile is so genuine. It's unbelievable.
Why are you doing this to me? You're so sweet.
Oh, I know.
I'm sorry. I wish you could have seen the look Norm gave me as you were hugging him. He was like, You did.
Why you put my
He did that, and then you hugged him, and he looked at me like, it works. You're a creep. You're an old codger, you are.
I'm a fat old man. But
No. You are a rapscallion, you are.
I may be a scapegrace, but in this case, I'm absolutely genuine. I don't mean every word of what I said is true.
Thank you.
This is a little bit like when Donahue met Marlowe. You guys.
He said, you guys.
Here we go.
Even I don't get that one.
Hold on.
You're hilarious.
You guys go way back.
Yes,
Yeah.
we go way back to Drew Jackson VP.
Yes, I did a guest work on her old show. Yeah.
That's right.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
How have you been?
I've been good.
You look good. I love your tie.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Norm, how you doing? Have you been?
Listen, man, I'm just a fat old man trying to get through life. But when I even sit beside such a image, I can't.
I'm sorry, when did you become an old Southern colonel?
From.
I don't know much, but I know that I'd like to take you for a walk down to that creek yonder. Who are you?
I was talking literally when I said breathtaking, and it's very hard to speak when you don't got no breath left.
Oh, now honestly, this too
He's
good.
gonna give me the look. He's gonna give me the look. He's gonna give me the look. Now he is. Wait, I knew it.
All right, you got to come back when this masher
yes.
isn't here.
I've got to come back with all you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this lineup. We got to take this on the road.
I was thinking the same thing.
You guys want to all go on the road together and take this act around town?
I don't think I could survive it. I mean, right now, if you were to take my post, you'd have to subtract 8.
Okay, so Scream Queens airs Tuesdays at 9 on Fox.
Yes.
And look for Kiki's new book out.
Yes.
I hope I'm in it.
We can work it out.
It's coming out in January.
Yes.
You got to get me in there fast. January 2017. Look for the Conan is Hot chapter.
Yeah.
Kiki Palmer, thank you so much. We'll be right back. Easy Talk is here.
No, in all seriousness, I knew everybody, Nick least of all. But I've made great friends with Nick, and Adam is the most kind and generous man there is in Hollywood.
You are too, Normie.
And they've all been very kind to me, and I thank them.
Well, Norm, you're awesome. We all love
you,
you.
Norm.
We all love you.
Norm. And I just want to say, sometimes this is the part of the night, or it usually happens about this time, when the medication goes off. And that's just
Can I say something?
Sure. Yeah.
Do you remember how exciting it was? Swarty, you weren't there. I'm sorry, but you can jump in anyways. But when Conan got the show,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
how great that was when we were all young boys at Saturday Night Live.
We're all young Saturday Night Live guys
and
together,
you were
yeah.
the man, and it was like a big deal, and they gave it to Coney. And everybody went bananas.
As a matter of fact, I remember the very night, because we were in Mohawk and we watched
That's right.
you, right?
That's right. We were in Mohawk with Farley.
Yeah, and Farley was there. Yeah. Farley, that night was the first night I ever met Farley. It was your first night on the show.
We all sat around and watched you when we
all
were cheering
watched.
you on, buddy.
And Farley, he took me, he never met me before in his life, you know? And he took me back. He said, I got to tell you a secret about SNL.
Oh, yeah.
Took me all the way to the back in Mohawk.
Like the woods. This is the woods.
No, within the
Okay.
The hotel, right?
in the hotel, and he secreted me into this room, and he locked it, and he made sure it wasn't bugged and everything. He said, I got a secret to tell you. I was very, honored to have this. And then his secret was, he said, this doesn't go past these walls. Pat is a woman!
Folks, we're back. I'm here with Norm MacDonald. Now, Norm, you're doing Weekend Update again this year. You got to do a lot of stuff about the news. That's all you got to do is the news.
That's it.
What are we going to be hearing this year?
Well,
Anything?
I'm looking forward to the Olympics coming up. That's because I love sports. I watch every sport, so the Olympics is my favorite thing. And I don't watch them. Sometimes in the Olympics they have like lame sports, where they're not real sports. A lot of times what they'll do is they'll try to combine two sports together. Make up a new sport.
Right.
They're fine sports together, but when they mix them up, they make a god-awful mess, And I saw this one, I remember, it was a guy, he run a 100-yard dash, and then fish. The guy's...
Fish, yeah.
Yeah, he's fishing in a creek.
So that's not a good one. You don't like that.
No, and all the sports, and they got the great sports, and then the bizarre. You ever see that one where they walk fast? It's the fast walking. It's just a guy walking fast. It's not like a sport. And this guy doesn't get a lot of respect around the Olympic Village, from the sprinters and stuff, Going, hey Fred, good stroll today there, man. That was a briskest stroll. You smashed the 20-minute mile, I heard. They said it could never be done. But what's weird is that guy gets a gold medal, and meanwhile, the decathlon champ he gets a gold medal. You know, that's not fair. Like they shouldn't get the same thing. You get the gold medal. You're the world's greatest athlete. You do 10, and then the other guy walks fast. It's like crazy.
They should have another medal.
Yeah, they should
That's
have.
not right.
He should get they should give that guy like a stick or something. You get a stick, you know?
A nice stick, but a stick.
Yeah, a nice stick. That's for you, buddy. And then you can do all your great endorsement deals there afterwards.
All right. Well, okay. We know about SNL. You got any other deals going? You must have something else cooking. Another iron in the fire.
I finished a book. I just finished a book that's going to be pretty funny, and it's really funny. It's got great pictures in it. And,
really?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
That's
I got
cool.
it here. It's here it is. It's Howard Stern's Miss America. It's the best.
Good book.
There it is. So you can go buy that.
Good for you. Hey, congratulations on that. That's terrific.
That's a great book.
Good for you.
Yep.
All right, can you hang on one sec, Norm? Because this is the part of the show.
Okay, I wanted to just quickly, can I plug a gig?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Rascals next week in New Jersey.
Okay.
And Governors in Long Island. Jackie the Joke Man Martlin will be there.
Oh, that'll be a good
So that's
show.
good.
Check
So
that
go
out.
watch that.
I've always believed that God is in the details, that it's a drag and you sit there and you have to try and get it right. But I think Twain says the difference between the right word and almost the right word is the difference between, lightning and a lightning bug. It's just like that when you get the right wording, when you get it just right, it makes a difference. And I think the work that you and Norm did on Update is proof that you guys worked really hard. You got fired for it because unfortunately one of the people at the top at NBC was a good friend of OJ's.
Was his closest friend.
Was his closest friend. And you got fired for that. And but you've always thought that was a kind of a proud moment for you because a lot of people reached out when that happened and identified that was the wrong move.
I had so many, I mean, it was really, I have to say, I'm not the most sensible person in my personal life. You probably know me well enough, Conan, to have picked that up. But
I'll testify to that.
I didn't. I'd gotten divorced that year, basically. So I was sort of, maybe I was feeling kind of, it's kind of ornery but certainly, and also like with a little less responsibility. Norm, I know, took it much harder than I did. I sort of looked at it philosophically and said, you know what? It's like, the A.E. Housman poem to an athlete dying young, before fame outran the man, kind of thing. And if that's, maybe I have that backwards too, but anyway, we were yanked off, and maybe that's better than risking that where you peak and then it's downhill.
You stick around too long.
Yeah. And we didn't we weren't put in that position of having to, to make that decision. It was made for us. But I know that Norm, the story about that, I know you know this story, but I think people who are fans of Norm deserve to know this about him. The network went to Norm and said, we want to get rid of Jim Downey. And we just want you to know you're cool with that, right? He said, no, if you can't fire him, if you fire him, I quit. And they go, that's crazy. I mean, he's not helping you, the segment's too mean or whatever. And he said, well, no, I'm not doing it without him. And he never told me that. And I didn't hear that for years. I heard it from some network executives. And and part of everything else, if that had been me, that would have been, you bet Norm would have heard, You
would have talked about it. Yeah,
of course. I mean, come on.
Norm didn't, I mean, he was very stoic, old world. He came from a different century.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I remembered when he died, you called me and you said, you were mad at me initially. You said, I can't believe you didn't tell me, Conan. And I said, I didn't know. None of us knew. Laurie Joe knew.
And Mark Gervitz, his manager, knew.
Well, Gervitz knows everything.
His mother and his son knew.
Yeah.
And his brother. So outside of family, it was like 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't, and I know why he didn't. I mean, I've been told, and it made perfect sense, so I believe it, that he he just didn't want it to ever be about anything but being funny.
Yep.
He didn't want to be brave or fighting a good fight, or, he didn't want to do heartwarming stuff. And he just wanted to be, but I was a little hurt that he didn't tell me. But I mean, I talked to him, I guess, I know you may have talked to him more recently than I'd had, but I'd talked to him certainly the summer of 2021,
we were
like
trying,
August.
We were trying to get him on my last late night show, which was 2 years. Yeah, it was not long before he passed, and we were trying really hard to get him to be, because I wanted nothing more than to him to be one of the last guests, and he was considering it, but then wouldn't do it, and then and I think he didn't. He knew that he didn't.
He also didn't. He knew that his appearance was kind of changing, and he didn't want to.
Yeah.
But I know this is shifting from one kind of bravery to another, but one of my proudest moments was a joke we did, and I think it was a Frank joke, Frank Sebastiano, but it was. There's a certain type of annoying exactly what we're talking about, the kiss ass stuff. But it was a joke where we took the world's most innocuous kind of C-section news story, and we would clip a real news story and show it on the monitor so that the audience knew this is a real thing. We didn't make it up. And we did that for most of our things. And so the story was like, Denver City Council approves traffic light for, Martin Avenue. And so it goes to Norm. It's like, this week, the Denver City Council finally, on its third attempt, voted funds for a new traffic light on Martin Avenue. Then he turns dramatically to another camera and goes, maybe they would have voted the funding earlier if instead of a traffic light, it was for rich white men. and then we bring up a lower third. Applaud now. But that's the kind of stuff that there's not really a great place to laugh in that joke.
Right.
That's a thing that, like Norm, we would do our run through, like we would work on the jokes a bit during the week, but mainly Friday night. And that's when especially I would do a lot of rewriting and refining, and then I'd run through stuff with Norm. And then Saturday, we do a run through, and then we're always screaming. We were always kind of late, getting in the studio really late because they were, come on, guys, we're losing time. So we'd come down, do our run through, and we'd make a few kind of changes, maybe think of some things for Norm to add. And then we'd have a dress. And then my attitude with Lorne Michaels, the producer, the big guy, was always like, tell us how long you want the segment to be. We're like, because we're the most easily bologna sliced segment, And my attitude, and Norm kind of agreed, it's like, Norm wanted he didn't want to feel that like we had to have we were entitled to a certain amount of the show. But I always argued like anything, if we're cutting lean, we're in good shape,
Yeah.
So I mean, sure, we'll always cut the fat. Everyone should do that. But if we also have to give up something we don't want to give up, it's probably a good indication.
It's
and anyway, if it's something, a lot of our stuff can be done next week.
Yeah.
And so, we would do 6-minute updates. I think we did a 5-minute. They do like 12-minute updates now. And they did them before us. And Norm, I will say this: Norm was not crazy about features.
Yeah.
He wasn't crazy about having other people on the segment. Always, and sometimes I had to like get him to be more involved with the guests.
Yeah.
But Seth Meyers was the best ever at interacting with. I mean, he was great at that. I wish Norm had been a little more playful like that.
I always took away from you, and I think about, you're in my head a lot over the years that I've been writing and all the years that I've been doing things. And you're surprisingly easy to masturbate to. No, you're but you're also in my head for another reason. No, you're in my head because there's an ethic that I got from you, and I also got from Robert Smigel, and I try to pick from the best, which is, if I can lose it, yes, trim the fat, but also sometimes cut into the muscle, and lose, if you're losing something for time that you really love, but you love that other stuff more, you're in great territory, and this thing is really going to fly.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great.
I remembered, by the way, the reason I brought all that stuff up. It's because
I was just killing time to remember.
Norm was the guy who, you know, and performers, because you're a hybrid, you know, performers really don't want to give up stuff that got a huge laugh ever.
Mm-hmm.
Norm would totally throw out something if he came to suspect it was not the kind of laugh we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, that doesn't mean like it was dirty or something. If it was like cheap or easy or whatever. And the thing is, you could give Norm a choice of like, okay, this is absolutely guaranteed to kill. It'll get a mini standing ovation, but it's hacky and we both know it. This is guaranteed to die. I promise you we'll get, you know, death camp silence. But it's fucking brilliant. Norm would unhesitatingly go for the silence. You know, but I would go, yeah, I would too, but I'm not the guy out there.
Yeah.
He is. And I always fucking love that about him. He would never reject something because it's funny, but they're going to laugh, you know. And I had fights with people that you and I both respect who just, oh man, it killed. You go, yeah, but come on, man.
You know, on your last show, I came out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay. But David, on one time, this is a true story, and Dave, you'll attest to this, bought me a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh, that's right.
Well out of my price range.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm no one to take charity.
You're doing like a Mark Twain one-man show. All alone in the back. What do we got?
I'm not one to take charity.
I'm saying I sucked him off.
Surprise ending.
You're making me out to be Hal Holbrook over here.
Save some of that gold. None of this will air. None of this is going to be on the air. You're going to have to buy this on a cassette that'll be wrapped in brown paper.
Lord.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Here with Norm MacDonald, and you were talking about going to the cat hospital or the pet hospital in the last segment. I understand you actually had to visit yourself.
Yeah,
the hospital.
I went. What happened was on the show, on the Saturday Night Live show.
Yeah, that show. Yeah, I know that show.
I was on that, and Dennis Rodman was a guest.
Dennis Rodman, right?
And so we thought it'd be funny if he headbutted me, you know. Mm-hmm. So he headbutted me, but he did it really hard, you know.
Do we have a? I think actually someone supplied the clip. This is you're not kidding around. This is a real clip of what happened. Let's show that, Liz.
You're gonna have to learn that there is such a thing as rules, Dennis Rodman. Do you understand that?
Sure, man. I understand.
Yeah? Good.
Wait a minute. It did look like he.
Yeah, that really.
You hear that dull thud of like skull on skull.
Yeah,
it really.
Yeah, and I don't have like a strong head. I haven't been working it out lately.
Really?
But he has like an athlete's head, you know? But no, beforehand he said, like, I said, hey, don't hit me with your head, or no, you know, don't really hit me. And he goes, no, Al. He goes, he had this thing where he was going to put his thumbs, and as soon as he touched my thumbs, I go back, and then he got all excited and headbutted me. So, like.
So did you feel him like pull the thumbs back, and then real head was coming in at you?
And so I like blacked out for like a minute, and then the next day I had this huge headache, so I thought I was going to die, you know? And so I went to the hospital. I went to I don't want to say the hospital, but I went to this hospital and to emergency, you know, and they're all like, they're the craziest guys in emergency, all like crack. Everybody's on crack, you know? Every emergency is a guy on crack.
Yeah.
So I went in and they go like, hey, how much crack do you have, you know? And I go, I'm not on crack. And they go, what happened? I go, Dennis Rodman headbutted me. On the TV. He headbutted me on the TV. So they go, yeah. Right.
How much crack?
Yeah.
So
The
what
funny
happened? Anything wrong?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They said, like, you can't tell. They said, like, the only way you can tell is if later on, if you go to sleep and you don't wake up. Yeah.
That's why you didn't mention the name of the hospital.
Yeah, I don't want to mention it. I didn't know this, too. If you go to emergency, you got to pay. They keep sending me bills, like all kinds of bills.
You thought it was free, that you could just go there and...
Yeah. I'm from Canada. It's all free there.
Oh, okay. Now, I guess I've known you for, I don't know, for a little while now,
Yeah.
and you've come on the show a bunch of times, and we've gotten, I was kind of surprised because someone told me that Norm MacDonald, has gotten kind of, superstitious, and I thought, that's odd, because I don't think of you as that kind of person.
I never was. I was always a doubting Thomas. I couldn't think of the name. I was always a doubting, I was going to say Fred for some reason. I was always a doubting Thomas,
Yeah.
I was always, that stuff, that's not true, that's a load of stuff, So, but then I had this thing, you wouldn't believe it, it opened my eyes, it made a believer out of me. What happened was I had a dream, and it was like the number 7 in my dream, a giant number 7. Wow. It was the most vivid dream I ever had. So I wake up from the dream, right?
I'm with you.
Yeah. So I wake up from the dream, from this number 7. I look over at my clock, 7 o'clock, right?
Wow.
So I get up. It's not that coincidental.
No, I'm just sort of going along with you.
Yeah. So then I go out and I decide, hey, why don't I take a cab, So I get in the cab, and it's cab number 7, I notice when I'm in the cab. Now I'm starting to get a little freaked out, And so I say, hey, take me to the track. I enjoy playing the ponies,
Sure,
what I mean?
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
I like going down there, Cohen. I like visiting my money. So,
you crack me up.
My uncle used to say that. So I go to the track, and I say, okay, what do I owe you there, fella? He says, $7.77.
Oh.
I said, good Lord. I said, I thought it was like 40 cents. Anyways. So I go, here you go. I pay him. I gave him like $8.
Right.
So I walk through gate 7. Went up to window number 7 there at the horse place. And I look up. They have the form there. The racing form shows you all the races. So I look and I see in the 7th race there's a horse called Lucky 7. And he pays 77 to 1, So I say, to hell with this. I say, I'm going to pull out all my money. I pull out all my money. I had like $700.
Wow.
Pull it out. I said, put this all on Lucky 7th and a 7th, I go watch the race. Damn if he didn't come in 7th.
That's incredible. What an amazing story. Well, that's an incredible story, Norm.
I'm sorry about cursing. I forgot that.
That's all right. We're on cable by now, I think. Listen, let me tell everybody where you're. The Saturday Night Live this weekend's a good one. It's a rerun, but let's get real excited about it. John Goodman and Everclear are going to be on that show.
Yeah, they're great.
People should check that out. And Rita Rudner, the Sonny Burgess and Rosie Flores combo coming up. Norm MacDonald, thank you very much for doing it. We'll be right back. Stick around.
I would love to tell a Norm story. Since you really moved me at the memorial, and I love Norm. He was when I was a very, very beginning comedian, my first real legit road gig was emceeing his 7 or 8 shows at Catch a Rising Star in Princeton. This would have been about like 90, 91. Norm was not famous. He was this sort of like hot young comic coming out of Canada, and he wasn't famous here. He hadn't done Letterman. He hadn't done really much here, and it was a big gig for me. And I'm hosting Norm shows, and this is when Andrew Dice Clay was the #1 comic in the world, and Norm was so different than that.
Yes. Yeah.
But comedy was hot, so the club was packed every night. And Norm had this weird accent, and his jokes were long, and they were often absurd. And, the crowd was... It's 7 shows, he probably bombed 3 of them.
Yeah.
And he killed the other 4. They either got him, they either loved him or they hated him. And when he killed, we'd go backstage and we would play poker until the next show. When he bombed, inexplicably, he would go to the exit and say goodbye to every single person. I think to entertain me. I don't know if he just loved the awkwardness of it, or he was always one step ahead of me, and one step ahead of his fans, the industry. I wish he had been, you know, he wanted to tell the most honest, the most brutally funny joke, no matter what the consequences. I would play poker with him later on when he was at SNL. He would have the guys over on Mondays or whatever it was, Sundays, whenever there was no one up there, and we'd play poker. And he liked to play poker there because he had the long table and he could watch 5 TVs, so he could gamble on football while playing poker and while holding court. And it was so much fun for me. And then he said, come back Saturday, come hang out at the show. So this is an example of Norm just not giving a flying fuck about anybody. Like, he just wanted to make people laugh no matter what the consequences. And Rosie O'Donnell was the host of the show that week, guest host, and height of her fame with Penny Marshall. They were like this famous team, and they'd done a big movie together. And Penny by now is like a big movie director. And I'm in that hallway, where the pages are, where the desk is, and everybody kind of, congregates in that area. It's crowded. It's 10 minutes to showtime, and I'm standing there with Norm and a bunch of writers and pages and whoever else and our guests, and Penny comes in with a baseball hat and sunglasses, head down, just kind of big timing everybody, just cutting through the crowd, celebrity style, and Norm starts going, he starts pointing at her and screaming, "Laverne! Laverne! Laverne!" A month later, I think he was fired for telling OJ jokes. But it really shows that he just wanted to tell the best jokes. I wish he was so brutally honest about his health. We would have gotten to say goodbye to him.
I know.
Proper
I
send-off.
think that bothered a lot of us, and I think a lot of us assumed everyone knew. When it happened, I thought, oh, Jesus, he didn't tell me, but I guess I would assume you would know. We all assumed everyone else knew, and then it turned out that nobody knew. His family knew, and Lori Jo knew, but that was he didn't want people to know. That's what he wanted, so I guess you have to honor
get it.
that.
I had frickin' a skin condition I didn't want anyone to know. Like, anything that makes you think the audience might feel sorry or sympathy and not think you're just funny.
Yeah.
Anything that undercuts the comedy, you don't want the audience to know. So I get it.
You have been lobbying. The host, Craig Ferguson, announced he's stepping down.
Craig Ferguson is stepping down from the Late Late Show.
You want to take that job. You've put it out
I want that job.
I know this job looks easy.
It does look easy.
But do you think you have...
I mean, this job, it looks hard.
Oh.
This job looks easy.
Okay, well, I know it looks easy,
yes.
But do you really think you've got the chops? I'm going to use the phrase chops.
Sure.
Do you think you got the chops to be a talk show host?
Oh, yes.
Because there's a lot of things you have to be able to do. You don't just sit here and guffaw. Granted, that's 98% of it. Do you have the chops to do it?
No, I've been studying it like a Jesuit.
All right.
And
you just used the J word.
And I believe I could do it in 1 minute.
You think, Norm MacDonald, that in 1 minute you can display all of the talk show skills?
1 minute, that's all I need. If I could only have 1 minute.
I think we want to see this, don't we? Let's do it. He's got 1 minute.
Oh, and then I say this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. And now, here's Norm MacDonald.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You're familiar with the model Kate Upton? Well, apparently, she told the London Sun that life would be easier if she had small breasts. I suppose that's true if by easier she means harder. We have a great show! Now, Andy,
howdy, Norm. How are you?
Now, I understand that you had a little trouble with your wife last night, didn't her?
Well, yeah, she's a sassy gal, and Yeah, and she's,
Well, let's get to our first
all
guest.
right.
Please welcome comedy legend Fred Willard.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I love your show. You're doing a great job. I love this, man. Wow,
I understand, Fred, you brought a clip.
I did.
Let's see,
One of
let's
my
take a
shows.
look.
Sure. Yeah, that was.
Hey, thanks a lot, Fred Willard. It's good to have you, Fred.
This is stupid, but on my phone, this guy, you'll laugh at this maybe. A lot of people get these pictures or tattoos, you know, like of me as Joe Dirt. You know, they send you, a lot of people get a lot of tattoos of stuff, like things you say or photos or whatever. Or they send me ones of Farley or whatever. So this guy sends me one of, he's got Norm of all morons on his hand, Norm MacDonald. So I text Norm, I just send it to him. I go, hey, you have fans. And then I put in parentheses, fan. all we know is for sure this one guy.
Uh-huh.
And then of course, like days later, David, hello, it's me, Norm. How are you? Have you ever texted with Norm? It's
No, I haven't. No.
Times 1,000. He just goes, he waits days, and then at 3 a.m, hello? I go, Norm, what are you doing? Are you answering me from 4 days ago? Is that what you're doing? Dave, it's Norm. Do you like money? Yes, Norm, I like money. Why? Would you like to have more money than all your wildest dreams? Yes, I would. And then an hour later, would you like to walk into a dealership and point to a car and then just buy it? I go, of course. How? And then 3 hours later, bet the over in the Blackhawks game in the first quarter. First period or something. I go, oh, okay. Too bad that game was 6 days ago, you fucking idiot.
You know what's funny is that reminds me, I was just thinking about this the other day. Norm was on my late night show and always an amazing guest and some of my favorite moments. And he's in the makeup room getting made up. And, you know, the band's playing. I'm about to go out and start the show. But I go in just to say, hey, to Norm. And what I want to do is make sure, I like to get in sync with people a little beforehand, just make sure that, you know, we're both on the same page, get a good groove going. So I go in, the band's playing, and Norm's always grinning like, hey, Norm, good to see you. And he's like, hey, can you back out of the way? I'm trying to see the television set. Can you back up there, Conan? And
TV.
The TV's on. And so I sort of back out of the way, and I realize he's watching some college basketball game, and he's watching it. It's towards the end of the game and all this. And I go like, okay, well, anyway, good. And he goes, can you be quiet? Quiet. Hold on a sec. And then someone scores a basket, and he goes, and the game's over, and he goes like, fuck. And I'm like, what? And he went, I just lost a lot of money.
My whole dirty work.
Yeah. Everything I made on dirty work is gone. and I just went, oh, and he went, oh, I'm in a terrible mood. And I went, okay. And then someone with a headset said, Conan, it's time to go on. And I went, I'll see you out there. And he's like,
30 seconds. Fuck you. You came in and jinxed me.
You jinxed me. I'm going to fuck up your show.
I'm doing a show with the jinx. You going to jinx my set?
The first time I encountered Norm was when he did stand-up on our late night show really early on. Do you remember how that happened?
Yes, I do. It was a month after we started. It was October of '93, and a guest dropped out, as it would happen back then.
Oh yeah, people were back in October of '93. We had been on the air a month. Believe it or not, it wasn't going well, ladies and gentlemen. No one thought we would last 28 minutes, let alone 28 years. But
they were dropping like flies.
Oh, but guests were dropping out at the last second constantly, and so someone dropped out. And what'd you do?
So I had worked with Norm a year earlier on the Dennis Miller Show, which didn't last very long. But he, was the funny. Anybody who had met him, even for a minute, knew he's the funniest guy in the world. Sorry, Conan. but you know, he is just a force.
Yeah. Dennis Miller you're talking about now. You're not making it clear. You said he worked on the Dennis Miller show.
I thought it was understood. I thought it was understood.
Yeah, I thought so
you were
too.
talking about Dennis Miller.
I like Dennis, but come on.
Dennis is funny too.
Hang there.
Norm is unbelievable. He's a.
So you knew him
So
as
I knew
a
him,
writer.
and I knew he had just worked. He got a job as a writer on Saturday Night Live. So in a pinch, I went up there. I thought he would do it, and I knew, usually you work with the stand-up to hone a set, but with Norm, I didn't need to. I wasn't worried at all. I knew that afternoon he would come on the air and kill, and he did. He annihilated, and he did a bit about buying a dog, which was so funny. And that was the first time he did our show, and that was 28 years ago.
Right. And then he came on many times after that, and I've been thinking about what is it that made this guy so insanely different from everyone else? And I had this recollection that, Andy, you said something once, which was, and I always remembered it. It was after a Norm segment, and Norm had annihilated. He had done really well, as he always did. And you said to me, that guy doesn't care in a way that frightens me. And what you meant was he had this seeming like indifference about whether the crowd liked it or not. He was going to do what he was going to do. And he was so ballsy that you found it kind of scary. And I knew exactly what you were talking about. It was always a high wire act. And one of the things I remember most about Norm is I would start laughing the minute he came out of the curtain. So I'd say, ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald. And he would come out, and he had this look in his eye, this glint in his eye, and I was laughing before he said anything.
Yeah.
And I will attest, and you will back me up on this. Both of you can back me up on this. I always wanted to be a host who helped the guest as much as I could.
It's called host.
Yeah. Well, but what I would do is, sometimes I'd be hearing something that wasn't that funny, but I learned, how to be a generous laugher for people if it would help.
Right.
I have always said to people, if you want to really see me laugh, and this is long before Norm passed, if you really want to see what it looks like when I am laughing, watch a Norm MacDonald segment, because I have my hands on my belly, which I think might be my tell. Like I put my hands on my stomach, and I would have my hands on my stomach sometimes just as Norm is coming out around the curtain, and I see that crazy look in his eye and that insane grin that he had with those sort of like round apple cheeks.
He was like a mischievous kid.
He was a mischievous kid, and he was out to cause trouble, and he's coming around the bend, and his eye would catch me, and he'd always look a little surprised to see me, even though I had just introduced him.
Of course. And you'd just seen him 5 minutes before.
I had just seen him 5 minutes before. But oh my God. And I think there was this people get, cynical about show business, and rightfully they think, well, it's all set up or it's all been contrived, and sometimes it has been. But with that guy, when you look at any of these clips, you're watching us be just as stunned as the audience is, because we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think, one of the things to me, like Norm was so Canadian. Like he was like deeply, deeply polite, deeply, deeply concerned with the person that he's talking to. An audience, not so much, but a person that he's talking to, because even like the famous clip of like, that, and it's, and it's arguably one of the biggest things circulating now about Norm is when he was on with Courtney Thorne-Smith and was making fun of Carrot Top. But he wasn't making fun of Courtney Thorne-Smith.
Right.
He was having fun with her, but he still was kind of taking care of her in a way and having fun with you.
Yeah.
So I think he had this like sort of and I mean, I showed my sister texted me the day after he died, and she said, "Do you remember I was at the show? I was maybe 18 years old, and I was in your office. You weren't there. You were rehearsing or meeting or something. And Norm MacDonald walked in, and I introduced myself, and he sat down and talked to me for an hour and asked me questions about myself and, you know, and made me laugh a lot." And she said, "Nobody in your business has done that before or since."
Right.
And that was one aspect of Norm, was like an incredibly kind, considerate listener. But then there's also this stripe of Norm that is a destroyer. And it's not a coincidence that when we talk about him, he annihilated, he killed, he destroyed.
Yeah.
And what Norm was drawn to touch points that you're not supposed to touch.
Yep.
And Norm would not only touch them, he would dry hump them.
Yeah.
You know, he would just and so in a talk show context, you have this guy for whom nothing is sacred.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's a little bit, like, you don't sense aggression from him except when you get to like hypocrisy or something that's, you know, phoniness.
Yeah.
And he was also too not afraid publicly or in private or something to let people that he felt were not funny, who were being paid to be funny, let them know he didn't think they were funny.
Yeah.
And that's because he had so much genius.
He took it. I mean, he took it comedy very seriously. One of my favorite things Kevin Nealon did on the talk show, and all the writers loved this, is that he and I are talking. He's doing really well. He's killing. And then there was just a little lull. And you and Nealon are very self-conscious of a lull. Like, there's a lull. Something has to happen. And so, you know, you'll always come up with something or say, like, you know, you'll do some shtick because you can't have the silence. So that it just gets quiet just for a fraction of a second. And Nealon went,
"Where is our waiter?"
I know.
Kevin has the best, driest throwaways of anybody, I think. And I'm a dancing puppy. I have to have laughs, and I have to kill, or I think I'll be dismissed.
I have to repeat this. There was a
it's a disease.
There was kind of a private. I don't think. I mean, there may have been cameras there, but I don't think it's going to be repeated or anything. But it was part of the Netflix Comedy Festival. And they asked me to host this thing for Norm MacDonald, and a bunch of people spoke. And everyone was saying really great stuff, and a lot of people were funny. But, man, Kevin Nealon had the greatest line, because a lot of us were talking about how brave Norm was, and he really was. He was fearless as a comedian.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Nealon gets up and he says, you know, he's saying very funny things, and he just says, you know, a lot of people up here are talking about how Norm MacDonald was brave in his comedy. I think of it more as a lack of judgment. I was just like, oh my God, that was the best line of the night.
Yeah,
just bad judgment, I think.
Norm had that gear of not caring or wanting, like he would walk rooms. I know Larry Bubbles Brown, a friend of mine from up north. Norm worked a bit, and he could clear the room. San Jose Improv, like at least 300 people slowly walked out. So it's bravery or whatever. I worked with him at the Comedy Store once. It was just one of those nights. Bill Burr was there. It was just he just said the word cock like 200 times.
Right.
This guy's got a cock, right? And a cock. He just knew how funny it was to say that over and over and over. So, of course, the comedians love that kind of comedian. We're all dying.
Right.
But the audience kind of, where do we go with this? And he just went, there's only one Norm.
There was, I mean, I've probably mentioned this before, but I always loved it.
I say that a lot.
I always love it when, and one of the first people I saw do this live was Gilbert Gottfried, who also sadly recently passed.
God rest his soul, which I like to say that.
Yeah. Well, he's a star now.
do.
He's went up to the stars.
Well, a good friend of mine died, and he was from Brooklyn, and he always used to say that. So my mother, a really good friend, my mother, God rest his soul. My father, God rest his soul. And I thought it was such a nice,
Yeah, but what if you're
affectionate-
talking about historical figures? You can't say like, so anyway, George Washington, God rest his soul, is meeting with my
Jesus, God rest
great-great-great-grandfather's
his
soul.
soul.
And then he
I
turns to
don't-
Paul, God rest his soul. And then, of course, God rest his soul. I thought
And
of a...
Satan, fuck that guy.
I thought of
That's the only one.
That's the only one you can talk about.
Yeah.
Satan, fuck that guy. But anyway,
that
along
guy.
comes Jimmy Stewart, God rest his soul.
And the horse he rode in on.
God rest his soul.
If he had a horse.
The other thing he did, which was completely fearless, is if you look at him on the ESPYs, you've seen that footage of him on the ESPYs, and people were so angry at the time because he's going after these athletes, and there was this sense of like, you can't do this, and he took so much shit for that. And then you look at it now, that's what the ESPYs has become. The ESPYs now is like a lot of people doing jokes about
A roast.
A roast.
Yeah.
But it became more that way. He just did that first. And at the time, people were really upset. And at the time, you feel like there's a lot of, in comedy, people getting applause for being brave in one way or another. But oftentimes what they're doing they know is going to play well. Do you know what I mean?
But when
he's doing it,
Yeah.
he was doing things that really were brave, and he paid the price for it.
Yeah.
He took a lot of heat when he went out. He took a lot of, it cost him his job at Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And
he was one of his bosses was friends with a murderer. And so Norm was going to do
alleged.
Okay. Norm was.
This is a show that follows the rule of law.
All right, alleged. You can just slug in alleged. We can edit that.
I see no proof, Andy.
Yeah, but he was so. And the word I'm assuming that it came down. Hey, lay off the OJ stuff, because Norm would do at the time like 5 OJ jokes in a row, and to Norm's sensibility, somebody saying, hey, the big boss wants you to stop making jokes about that murderer.
Yeah.
Norm is like, no.
Yeah.
Like, if anything that you should not back off of, it's making jokes about a murderer.
You know what?
That must have been tough for you at that time.
Well, I remember, and I have it somewhere. Either I have it or Jeff Ross has it. But we got the word came down. You can't book Norm MacDonald anymore. And it came from the top, and from Don Ohlmeyer. And, Don Ohlmeyer was the one that, Lorne suggested me for late night. He gave me the job. And so I had a lot of, feelings of loyalty to Don Ohlmeyer, because I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for Don sticking with me. So I owe him that. So I wrote a letter to Don that said, I got this directive. You've hired me to do the best show I can do, and this is my best guest. And so I need to do what I need to do my job, which is the best show I can do. And I got the letter back, and written in the margins was just something, I don't remember the exact, but it was something like, I expected better from you, or something like that. It was basically me being told,
do as you're told.
Yeah, but or I'm really disappointed in your lack of loyalty or something. And I felt at the time that's not a lack of loyalty. That is loyalty. I've got to So it was I always greedily wanted more Norm. And, I was upset, this is in a purely selfish way, but the number one fan request, I think this podcast now is only 3 years old, the number one request for a guest, by far, ahead of everyone, Norm MacDonald.
Yeah.
And we tried for a long time
Yeah.
to get Norm to come on the podcast and couldn't get him to come on. And I, started to get into my head about it and think, well, is something wrong? Is he upset with us? And it's only now that I'm realizing that he was ill.
It was hard to book him on the show,
It became...
Paula Davis has said that, we try constantly and he just wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, we were all scratching our heads. Like,
we were
where's
all
Norm?
We were all wondering where he is, and I know that fans were thinking, well, where is he? And we were as confused as anybody. And of course, now sadly, we know how much difficulty he was having.
Yeah.
And how long and how very sick, how long he's been sick and how very sick he was, but. I go back to, again, like I'm like a dog with a bone, trying to figure out. He's very, I'm just going to tell Frank is new to this, so he keeps shuffling papers right up against a microphone. There you go. That's okay, Frank.
He wants it to make
Frank,
sure
you can
people
have it
know.
right here on the table.
Yeah, sure.
And then,
He wants some people to know we're reading from a script.
Yeah. He's got all these notes. Norm equals funny. Like, that's not going to help you. I remember, I gave this shout out to Jim Downey earlier. Jim Downey and Norm were such a good team because they both have a very high bar for comedy and a really good ear. And I think Norm was the perfect vehicle for Jim's humor and vice versa. They just had a really copacetic relationship. But one of my favorite Norm jokes of all time was an OJ joke. And the picture comes up, and it's that picture of Johnny Cochran at the trial, and OJ is seated next to him, and Johnny Cochran's holding up the knit cap that was found at the scene. And forgive my bad Norm impression, but it was kind of like something along the lines of, rough, difficult time today in the O.J. Simpson trial. Johnny Cochran introduced the knit hat that was found at the scene of the murders. And he held it aloft and showed the jury the hat that had been found. Things got off the rails a little bit when O.J. Simpson interrupted him and said, hey, careful with that. That's my lucky stabbing cap. And I remember that joke came through the TV and slapped me in the face. It was so good.
Yeah.
And I love the whole, and of course, Norm, what he would do is, and I never saw him do, he would tell the joke and then he would stare you down through the television.
Yeah.
Like, try that on for size.
Yeah. Something no one else could get away with.
Yeah. And
you would look like such an asshole if anybody else did
that. But, that's my lucky stabbing cap.
Yeah.
And then you can just see his eyes on fire and that grin, and he's going to hold it there, and he knows he's going to lose his job.
Yeah.
He's going to lose his job over this. Funniest guy to ever be on that show, and he's going to lose his job.
Thank you. Hey. Thanks a lot. Well, it's good to be here, and I'm having a good time. I'm watching a lot of TV. Do you enjoy watching the TV? And my favorite thing to watch is Star Search. That's my favorite show. Man, that's a good show with Ed McMahon. And you know what's good about that show? You get to see the stars of tomorrow today. You don't have to, wait around till tomorrow. So, and I love my favorite part, is when Ed McMahon introduces the junior dancers. When he does that, he always has this like, hot property! Bunch of kids come dancing out there. Too cute for you! And I also like that because they got junior dancers on it too. And you never see junior dancers anywhere else in show business, It's only on that show. You never, where the hell is, I mean, you're never hanging around and go, hey, honey, what do you want to do tonight? Maybe go down to the bar there or catch a movie or something there? Or, hey, I know, I heard about this new joint down on 6th Street. They got the 5-year-olds dancing. Maybe we could I understand Hot Property's going to be there tonight. We can see them. I never seen them live. I hear they're better live than on the TV. They're even better. And that's also a big mistake they make on Star Search. They always name their groups like Hot Property and stuff like that, as if that's going to help them win. You know, what kind of, like the bands, it's always like some embarrassing intro, you know. Always like Ed be going, our next group has been kicking around the Miami area for the last 16 years. Now America, say hello to Overnight Success. There they are. There they are. Then it looks lame if you lose with a name like that, you know? You don't look good. So now it's time for the judge's decision. You ever see the judges on Star Search, too? What kind of lame judges are they? You know, you never heard of the guy? He always got some suspicious credentials there. You never heard, you know? So I was like, now it's time to meet our judges. He is the president of Tri-Media Artists. And he represents such stars as Meadowlark Lemon. There he is. He's a bald guy with glasses. Then they cut to a bald guy with glasses. He's waving. But no, so you know, you want the good names. You know, you don't want the bad. Always the guys with the bad names get the winning. You know, the guys with the big good names. I was like, now it's time for another tough decision for our judges. You know, another tough decision for our judges. Our challenges. Overnight Success receive 1 1/4 stars. But. And then I like when Ed brings them over. That's my favorite part. Like when the guy that wins, you know, on over here, Overnight Success. Let's pretend they win, you know. And then they run over, you know, and then sometimes Ed has some good news for him. That's my favorite part. He'll go, Overnight Success. Well, it's good to see you there. And how would you like if I told you you're in the semifinals? It's all exciting. Okay, hey folks, I'm gonna go over there now. Thanks a lot, huh? Talk to you later.
Norm MacDonald's here. We were enjoying your bit, especially over here, your stand-up, because Andy was a judge on Star Search.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Andy's the president of TriStar Entertainment. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
That's the caliber of guy I'm talking about.
Hey! They love each other.
Oh.
That's what we need more of on TV.
What the hell am I doing? Okay.
How are you? How you doing
Good,
on
man,
Update?
great.
You're doing
It's
a great
fun,
job.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Well, I try to, you know, make it funny and stuff, and
And that's your secret.
yeah. You know what you got to do? You got to keep in track of the competition. That's what I find. You know, see what they're doing and try to make it funnier than them. So, like, I brought some jokes I do, and then some jokes that, you know, you might hear from the competition, you know.
Okay.
So here's the Al Cowlings. You know this guy.
Yeah.
So my joke was Al Cowlings now has a 1-900 number. For $2.99 a minute, Cowlings will tell callers that OJ is innocent. For $3.99 a minute, he'll try to do it without laughing.
I like that joke.
Yeah, well, they don't. Now, compare this with, this was Tom Brokaw's joke. You know, your earlier guest?
Yeah, yeah.
This was his joke the same night. A.C. Cowlings, the man who drove O.J. Simpson's Bronco as police followed, today came out with his own 1-900 number. NBC's David Bloom has more. Not even funny, you know? It's like the lamest,
Yeah, no, it's kind of lame.
joke I've ever heard in my life. Now, here's another one here. Twin daughters have been born to Andrew and Carrie Kennedy Cuomo. This one from 2 weeks ago. Making former New York Governor Mario Cuomo a grandfather. The girls were named Pataki and Sucks. So that was my joke.
That's your joke.
Yeah,
That's a
which
good
I
joke.
like.
Here we go.
Now here's Brokaw,
Okay.
the guy that they're paying all these millions to.
He says, Mario Cuomo is a grandfather today. NBC's Jim Bitterman has more.
It's like
almost exactly the same joke as his other one. He changed the guy's name. All right.
What's he doing?
What?
Thank you. Yeah. You hold on to those, Andy. Those will come in very handy.
I figured it out because I saw his show. You know what the problem is? He's got guys in the background typing. They're typing stories, and he's already doing the news. It's like too late, you know? What the hell's he thinking? Let him start a half hour earlier and get off a half hour earlier, and you'd have a better, I don't know.
All right. Well, how I see you're in Billy. What is it? Billy Madison.
Oh, yeah,
I caught
yeah,
Adam's
yeah,
movie
yeah.
the other day.
Yeah.
How was that? You're a movie star now.
Yeah, no. I'm just in that movie with Adam.
Well, what's it
And,
like working on a film? Yeah.
It was great. It was great to work with Adam. You know, I never met him. That was the odd part. In the whole movie, you'd think I'd have a chance to meet the guy.
Uh-huh.
Never came up.
You don't see him around Saturday Night Live at all?
No, I never see him. He's not. We never crossed paths. You know.
Uh-huh.
One of those things. People think these guys, these audience people, they think everybody in show business knows everybody.
That's right.
They're idiots. Oh, not.
He didn't mean anyone here.
No.
Or anyone watching at home.
No.
You didn't mean anything like that.
No. You guys aren't idiots. You know that. You don't have to have me tell you you're not idiots, for God's sake. But you're not. You're not idiots.
I got you out of that hole fine. You went back.
That one guy is an idiot over there. I swear to God.
That guy, yeah. We've had problems with him. All right. All right. Who's on Saturday Night Live this week? It's George Clooney and the Cranberries, is that right?
Yes.
That's what it says on this card.
George Clooney and the Cranberries.
Yeah, that'll be a fun show to watch.
Yeah.
Try some Brocom material when you're out there.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll be looking forward to it.
Okay, buddy. Hey.
Thanks for coming
Nice
by,
seeing you,
Norm.
man. Thanks, bud.
Norm MacDonald, everybody.
I have a question.
Yes. What is your name?
My name's Haley.
Haley, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good.
This is so surreal seeing you guys live. You guys are just as funny as in person as you are on audio tape. So this has been so cool.
Well, audio, you talk like me.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
Here's a new audio tape for the young ones. Send it out via post immediately.
Oh my gosh. Well, my question for all of you guys is: so Norm Macdonald is easily one of my favorite comedians of all time. He's phenomenal. So do you guys have any favorite like bits, moments, or memories that he's ever done? Like I know he's known for so many of his viral clips, but just I know you knew him on a personal level. So just anything that you remember.
One of the things that I remember that Norm did, I don't think many people know about, but I think you can find it if you look. It was so random. Norm would just do these random things. And so Sully Sullenberger, the pilot, famously, his plane's taking off in New York. One of the engines goes out because I think there's a bird strike or something goes wrong, and he lands it on the Hudson River, and everyone gets off safely. And he's got this mustache, and he's cool, and he saved everybody, and everybody got Sully Sullenberger fever. And then, not for a long time, but anyway. But then I think Tom Hanks made a movie.
Yeah.
And then Norm came on, and he had this idea that he wanted to make, it's too bad I produced a Sully Sullenberger movie before he safely landed the plane. and I'm like, what? This was his idea, and he made this. So he came on, and he had shot it. And it's a total lie, but he's like, yeah, I'm kind of mad about that Sullenberger guy. And I said, what are you mad about? Well, I made a movie with him before he did that. And why'd you do that? I just chose a pilot and I made a movie with him, and then he goes and does this thing. And it's really just Sullenberger. It's Norm playing Sully Sullenberger. And he grabbed our makeup woman, Deb Pullman, and said, you're going to be in it too as my wife. Literally while he's in the makeup chair. Yeah. What are you, Deb? What's your name? Deb. You're going to be in it too. And she's like, okay, didn't even change. She's just wearing the clothes she wore to work. And so he's going like, all right, buddy, it's your Captain Sully Sullenberger, and we're going to now land the plane. oh, who's here? My wife's here. And Deb walked in and went, hi, how are you? Hi, I love you too, dear. And then she left. And he was like, all right, here we go. And we've landed. So there you go. I think we're all good. And then the credits came down. It was the randomest, weirdest idea. And he made it. And you can see it. Go look for it. And it was one of these things that's not, you know, it never trended or whatever, but it's just out there. And you just see Norm. My favorite thing he did as a comedian was intentionally waste people's time. And it was so, he didn't care in this beautiful way because people, it was just glorious. And I look at it now and I just see him doing this bit and think, wow, I mean, no one else would do that. No one else would make that up, grab the makeup woman, make her be his wife, not give a shit, and then leave. And it was really funny. So that was my favorite.